This is reading lesson number 38. This video is for you if you struggle with reading. I am April McMurtry, a professional reading specialist, dyslexia specialist, and the developer of the Learn Reading program. And I'm going to teach you to read through 100 videos. It's important that you start in order and begin with lesson 1, and I have that video linked for you in the description below. Lessons 1 through 10 are taken from my Begin Reading packet, and that is linked next to the number 1. Lessons 11 through 90 are taken from my Learn Reading program, and those worksheets are linked next to the number 2. And lessons 91 through 100 will be taken from my adult reading class, which is linked next to the number 3 in the description below. If you do not purchase the worksheets to follow along with me, that is perfectly fine. I can teach you right here for free, but you will need a piece of paper and a pencil to copy the words down. So push pause, grab that, and then come right back. I will have 2 videos for you each week, and you can follow along with me here, or if you would like to join me in my live adult reading class, I would love to have you. In there, we can talk a little more personally, and I can help you if things are difficult for you. And again, that link is next to the number 3 in the description if you want to join me in my class. If you want an online tutor, I have several that I can recommend in the description also. Okay, let's get started. Here we are in lesson 37 where we left off last time. These are the last 4 words that you were going to read on your own. We were working on that NG sound, which is made with the back of your tongue going to the back of your throat and staying there. It's kind of a nasally sound. So this would be ong, and this would be ing. So these sounds are bongo, wings, bring, and stopping. In this week's lesson, number 38, our sight word is through, as in going through the door. There are 2 different kinds of throughs. One is that you do with a ball, and that is spelled differently. That one is spelled T-H-R-E-W, but this one with the R-O-U-G-H at the end means you're going through something, through a door, through a hole. So these are the words for you to practice on for your sight words for this week. Remember, we never sound out sight words except for maybe the first letter or 2 up to that first vowel. The rest needs to be memorized. So make sure you learn these as a unit with a clue. The clue being that very first letter and the letters that are the initial onset up to that first vowel. In this lesson, the I is going to make its short sound. At the end of words, you're often going to see an I consonant E. At the end of multi-syllable words, I should say. So at the end of longer words, you might see an I and then a consonant and then an E, like I-T-E, I-G-E. Now that's, what do we have? I-T-E, I-N-E, and I-V-E. I-V-E, I-N-E, I-T-E. Those are common, and the I is going to make a short sound. So in this lesson on this page, I want you to say the I sound whenever you see the I when it has a consonant and then an E after it. So this would be if, this would be in, and this would be it. It's a little counterintuitive because you think that silent E at the end is going to force that vowel before it, 2 doors down, to make its long sound. That's why you're learning this as its own lesson, to teach you that when you see an I consonant E, that silent E at the end of a multi-syllable word, that silent E is not going to force that I to make its long sound. The I is going to remain short and say I. So I-V-E is if, I-N-E is in, and I-T-E is it. So for your new phoneme, for your phonemic awareness, go ahead and divide all of the sounds within the pictures on this page and find the I sound. For those of you who are following along with me here, let's break apart the sounds in engine. Count how many sounds in engine, push pause, figure that out, and then come back. So in engine, we have j, I, 5 sounds. It's important that that and the I further down are different mouth shapes. The is made with your mouth in medium shape, The I is made long and narrow, I. So watch my mouth when I say these sounds. J, I. That's how to make sure you get the in and the I sounding right, dependent upon the shape of your mouth. So engine has 5 sounds. Okay, here are our new words. Remember that I is going to say I because it comes at the end of a multisyllable word, and there's a consonant silent E after it. So let's do this first one together. We know this A is going to make its long sound because the letter 2 doors down is a vowel. So that A is going to say A. We just learned the reading hack for this. I is going to say I, and the E is silent. E's at the end are usually silent. So when you pronounce these sounds, we have N, A, T, I, V. Now push those sounds together. Native, native, native. All right, I'll be quiet while you do the next 3 on your own. We know that that E is going to make its short sound because the next 2 letters are consonants. If either one of them was a vowel, then that E would probably say E. We mark the short sound with this little curved line that's called a brev. That means it's short sound. We know this I is going to say I because of our new reading rule for the day. I, consonant E at the end of multisyllable words, means that I says I. So the sounds are f, e, s, t, I, v. When you push those sounds together, it's festive. Festive. All right, let's try this next one. All right, we know the A is going to say A because the next 2 letters are consonants. We know this I is going to say I because of our new reading rule. And we also know that these 2 S's are only going to make one sound. When you see a double consonant like that, you only put one dot underneath of them because we are dotting the sounds, not the letters. And they only make one sound combined. So the sounds are ah, big wide round mouth right there. Ah, s, I, v, massive, massive. Excellent. One more. Now you may be wondering why I put a short sound under this because there is a vowel 2 doors down, so you would think that it would make its long sound, but it's important to remember that I's are rule breakers because I in the middle syllable will always say I. Middle meaning there's a syllable on the front and a syllable on the back. There's at least 3 syllables. If there's an I in the middle, it will say I. That's why that one says I. All right, I'll let you finish sounding out this word. So we have I, f, I, I, t. Might sound kind of hard. So let's do one sound at a time. We're going to grab 2 sounds, blend them together, then start again, grab another sound. Start again, grab another sound. This is an excellent technique if you're unsure if you can blend all of the sounds correctly in the right order with your initial try. So we're going to I'll show you this technique. We have inf, infi, infin, infinite, 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 infinite. All right, beautiful. Okay, so you have these last 4 as extra practice. I will come back next time and tell you what they were. Here are your vocabulary words that also follow that I consonant E rule. You'll notice there's a lot of IVEs. That's a very common ending for multisyllable words. The I says I. Here are your word cards to practice fluency. Some sentences for you to practice reading in context. and your story. The tango ends. All of these words, stories, and sentences have controlled text, meaning you will only be reading words that you have learned the rules for how to read. So there's not going to be any word in there in any of the things that I show you that you have not learned the rules for. That's why it's important to watch these lessons in order so that you can grab each rule so that when you go to read those stories and sentences, you'll know how to decode each word. Okay, you are doing fantastic. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next